Okay, folks, here we are again, another DBA 3.0 extravaganza. This theme is by popular request. Somebody suggested that we do a Littoral themed series of games, and this is it. We have Amphibious Absurdity. So all the armies that are be playing tonight will be all Littoral themed, which means there will be a waterway, and both forces will be able to land. Now, what we've done in the past where we've run this at conventions, if we've run this many times, we apparently don't have a series of these filmed, is landing forces cannot land within a base width of the other landing force. Okay, that's not in the rules, but it's absurd if you allow that. So that's what we'll plan on doing. So, because the way it's going to work is the defender is going to set up the terrain, and they're going to set up, and the attacker will set up, and then the defender, when they go first, if they have a landing force, will place that landing force. They'll get to do their thing, and the attacker then will get to place their landing force. Obviously, if they selected to do one. So, anyhow, we'll see how this goes. We got Joe and Randy back.
Howdy.
And they have the first game. Joe, who you got with us?
I got book 118, the Minoans.
What do you know?
See, they have their bull centaur.
Sounds like a bunch of bull.
Like bull.
Oh, he's cute. Hopefully he doesn't come up. Hopefully it doesn't get too warm and he comes back to life. Is he frozen?
Frozen in time.
Okay. And Randy, who do you have?
I've got Book 2, Army 5B, the Athenian Hoplite. Later Athenian Hoplite.
Oh, the good guys.
Yeah.
Okay. It's the battle.
I think we're both
We're both Littoral 2s.
Oh,
we're in your house.
What's the name for those guys that's popular these days? The oligarchs.
Oh.
The Athenian oligarchs.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, we gotta have a
Waterway.
Yeah.
It's right there. Here, there's a pretty one right there.
Well, he's got his own.
Got his own?
Yeah, he's got his
Yeah.
own. That's pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's put it over here so we can see it on camera in case anybody wants.
At least
to do
for
it.
now.
And if something's off the screen, that's part of that one. Part of that's okay to be off the screen. Yep, we're good. And what we normally do is, Randy, this is considered the water. So if you end up touching this, and you can't recoil, you'll pop.
Yeah, that's where I played it at. All right, then we're gonna have a wood. Wood.
How wood will travel.
Wood. Have a wood.
Oh yeah, Mitch is here too.
Oh.
And what else do we have here? We got a rough hill.
Yep. All legal. You're good.
Let's do the rough hill first. Over here. All right, the wood.
Joe gets to pick the quarter. Same quarter. Somehow, I don't think it's going to fit.
Okay, we need it in there.
You would have to be other way. Long. You might be able to do it this way.
Yeah.
Check that.
Yeah, I think that's, you know what?
And you probably have some flexibility to move it up here to the midpoint if you wanted to.
So it's legal. All right, wood.
Okay, now Joe gets to pick which side is his back edge, but you cannot put that one to be his. That's the only catch.
I'll stay over here.
Okay. All right.
So Randy will place his camp first.
Oh, I didn't pull that out. For Pete's sake. I did bring it one.
You need one?
I got the phone.
Oh, it's a day at the beach cooking. Barbecue.
It's a barbecue at the beach. Right?
Barbecue.
All right.
That one's not kosher.
All right, now my question soldaten.
I went from surprised that I got the light horse stand done to, oh, I got an artillery done too. Which I purposely did not do it on film because I didn't know what I was doing. And I didn't want any outside input. And it worked out just fine. You gotta measure everything before you cut it.
Or otherwise you have to measure twice.
Yeah, otherwise you gotta, you know, if you're not careful, you just create more work for yourself.
Measure twice, cut once.
Really, one of the best supplies for making stuff is cardboard. The stuff that's on the back of like those pads of paper, because you know it's pretty versatile. It cuts easy, and it's light. Where'd you get those from? Has Marty been here? Did you get them?
Think of you, Marty. I got him. Brutal King. Look.
Oh man, that was under the chicken feed section.
That's great.
You like going in there?
For my chicken stuff, yeah.
Okay. You guys are
That
wrong.
place scares me.
Backwards. All right, we got a Soloi, fast bow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spears. A cav unit and a light horse
And
unit.
which one's the general?
And general,
I can tell.
that one's got the sword.
Okay. The one with the flag. Oh wait,
All right.
the guy with the sword out.
Yeah.
Don't make me use this.
So you did not reserve an army for landing.
No, I did that.
Okay. Greetings.
Hey.
Greetings. And now Scott's here. Yeah, one chair. Thanks, man. Your stool.
Teach him how to lay an egg.
Man, that way you don't have to bring your own stool.
don't
I got
bring
some
any.
warm stool for you.
Some warm stool? Nice.
Yeah. How you been?
Good, how about you?
Great.
Sit there.
Great now.
Okay, we're here.
Oh, here, I'll go over to
No,
the.
that's right. You sit good, so wherever you're at. Just chill out on this one. Say I got one stool reminds I watched the animated series on The Boys on
Oh.
Amazon. I had all the shorts.
I tried and it was just the art was too distracting.
It's all different art, but there's one where this girl gets like bullied into taking the drug that makes you a superhero, and her superpower becomes that she can control shit. And she literally makes like a big lump of shit that talks to her.
Oh, really?
Like the main fights in the sewers.
Kind of like the Wonder Twins.
And the main fights in the sewers against the Aquaman dude. I can't remember his name now.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And she like this.
The Deep.
Yeah, the Deep. And
Uh-huh.
she creates all these little shit things that like fly on like and in the one fight, the one piece of shit like does this flip and a butt plug comes flying out and hits the Deep in the eye.
Not for children.
No, no, it's
Oh,
not.
man.
It's not. But I was just like, are you kidding me?
Those are Museum Z-line.
Somebody on my feed said that they saw that and after I recommended it to them, they thought it was great, but it was so wrong. I'm like, yeah.
If you're,
And
if
we'll
you're,
use these
if you're
guys
into
as
that
a
kind,
way
if you're into that kind of animation story,
So we have
it's good. But
solid
yeah,
ops,
it is.
heavy chariot, 2 solid pike, heavy chariot, 2 solid pike, heavy chariot general. The landing is going to be a solid ox and 2 sword.
Oh,
I don't have a landing equation to replace that.
he doesn't place it until it's
Not until my turn.
Oh, yeah, okay.
First
All right.
step first.
You still first.
Hips.
What is
So you guys were messing around with some DBN earlier today or something?
Yeah.
So I don't
The
know.
commander colors
It's up here.
going too.
So I'm not gonna over.
Oh, I'm using African Command colors, were you?
You got a big hex for it now.
Okay.
So been doing, that's the stuff we've been doing, commander coloring building. We've altered DBN again.
What'd you alter on it?
The setup is, I think, cross of Valley Vietnam, where you break down left wing, center, right wing, reserve, algae, all those sectors.
Okay.
Roll that over.
It only works if you play
We'll
probably
set it up
6
and
plus
ask for it.
points.
No, that's 3. 1, 2, 3.
We've been We did 136 and we've done 248 now.
And again, we're faced with movement.
And yeah, we're
And shooting.
We're just doing bases now.
Yeah. It's
It's much faster, much better,
You could cover more, you
Yes.
cover more ground, so.
much better.
Your other option is starting closer together so it doesn't take as much.
Yeah.
One
No,
or
the
two.
base width is perfect. Yeah.
Cool.
it's how it should have always
And that
been.
was a bad sign. Right.
Yeah.
You gotta place your force before you roll.
Alrighty.
And the reason for that is if you rolled a 6, you'd be like, oh, we need to play some really aggressive. Well, if you do that, you could roll a 1.
Joe, how you been, bud?
Oh, pretty fair, pretty fair.
Good. Randy, how about you? How'd your week go?
Fine. Every day is a holiday and every meal is a feast when you're retired.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Keep
I
that
can't-
up.
For.
I can't sit up. Okay, I'm not president.
So they are giving you too much Social Security. Okay. We'll keep that in mind when it's time to vote
Hey,
for it.
4 for me. Wow. I don't know what to do with a 4.
Yeah, first turn.
All right.
And that's the one thing when you place a littoral landing force, it has to be a group and it has to be touching the waterway, not perpendicular. A corner like Joe did is perfectly fine.
But it can be on any part of it.
It can be at a weird ass angle, absolutely.
It could be way behind my lines.
Oh yeah,
You can make
it could
an
be
L.
absurd.
You can make it an L if you wanted to.
You could. Or
A
worse.
triangle.
Or worse.
You can make it a triangle where they all face in.
Inners.
So, if you had a landing force
Actually, no,
ready,
you couldn't do that because
if you had a landing force ready, let's say you
you
had
have to be
one,
in a group.
and you
Have to be
placed them.
group.
Let's just, for the sake of argument,
Yeah, stick to the L.
said you had some
Not even there, you
spearmen
would be able to.
as a
Well,
landing.
you'd be able to do 1, 2, 2.
It's just gonna be an I, okay?
Yeah.
Let's say you had a landing force that was spearmen, okay? You could place them, you would have to place them first. And say you had a third one here, because you didn't know what he was gonna do. According to the rules, the way it's written, if he has 3 spearmen as well, he could literally land behind you. That's why what we've done in terms is you can't land within a base with another landing force, because you would have just fought out here in the boats. It's bad enough that you could land, a base width and a half away from each other, but that's just absurd. You know, you could still do absurd landings even with that limitation.
That's 1.
Like the battle you and I had with the
Yeah.
Sea Peoples and the Egyptians.
Yep.
That was a zoo.
Crazy.
2.
Crazy.
I like the Minotaur camp. That's pretty cool.
Just chill.
It's all fun and games until he defrosts.
Now, to not contact him, I got to contact him like that
Yep.
or like that.
No, the other way. First way.
Like
That way.
Yep.
There. So, can that make it there? No, they can't.
Good old solid auxiliary.
And once they hit back going down, we're going anyway.
No, they don't. They're
No
auxiliary.
solid auxiliary?
Yeah.
It's all
Oh,
auxiliary.
it's solid auxiliary.
Drink.
Yeah.
Aha!
You. Okay. You will turn to face me.
2 to 2, anybody could die.
Right. Ooh.
4. Got him.
Oh.
Wow.
That's what he had to roll to kill you.
Yeah.
A 2's not that bad of a roll.
No. It's 4. You have to double that and then it comes out. Okay.
Does that qualify as a Savoy ambush? We came ashore and then we ambushed him in the woods.
Absolutely. You were there the whole time.
All right.
Let's go out those woods.
4 more picks.
Randy, you got to leave by a certain time?
You know, if I'm out here by 9 or 10, I get home by midnight that way.
Okay.
Let's stop by Joe.
Yeah.
It's not,
Yep.
it's not too bad. All right.
So somebody was like, hey, I got an idea for a theme. We should do a Littoral one. I'm like, well, we've done it. They're like, no, there's no video of it. I'm like, there isn't? It wasn't. Even though we've done it a bunch of times. Okay. It's always a zoo.
Now, was this one to cost 2 or this one to cost 1? Where's your general?
That would
Probably cost 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's 3.
All right.
What happened? Did you ever sit and watch all of
Right.
the science fiction series? I know, I think you'll remember.
Done?
Star Trek. Star Wars.
The science.
Oh,
Even if I said the Netflix science fiction, yeah, you still have 100
5.
Yeah, I've watched the science fiction series.
Oh man, what's it called? Black Mirror. Did you watch them all?
I have not watched them all. Though. I watched.
Have
Probably,
you watched them all?
Not all,
I
no.
probably watched like half of the first season, a couple of second, but didn't really.
They're all worth watching once.
So they're worth that.
None is as good as that.
I
one.
know the two that.
The two that we watched, those are the best ones. Especially that one.
Borrow your 4.
I like
didn't
them
bring
to
4
watch.
with me.
They're thought provoking.
They just never found me where I thought I had to. I went to a
just
point
get
where I wanted to
that
just keep
short
watching.
command range.
Yeah.
And,
When they're in woods.
yeah.
The robot one's not better either.
Uh,
Not bad either, but I haven't
okay.
finished. Whatever it's called.
That's 1, 2.
Love Death Robots.
Well,
And
this,
they
the,
just had
six,
another
the 6
season.
they just put out are awesome.
Did they?
Oh,
Yeah.
they're awesome. I just watched all. I watched them all the other day. See, and I'm okay with. I guess when I think of the Black Mirror thing, they were all like 10 to at least 10 to 12 episodes a season, if not more, weren't they?
4 to 6.
Really, that's it.
Yeah.
I'll have to go back and watch.
What I like is they're
4.
short. So in 40 minutes, I get to a conclusion. Sometimes.
I thought they all ran like 20, 30 minutes still on the Black Mirror ones.
Some are 40, some are an hour and 15. I don't think anything's longer than an hour and 15.
Yeah, that's what I liked about the Love, Death, and Robot. They're all like between 5 and
They're real short.
13. Yeah, they still got a good story out of them. So I think that was one of my problems with the Black Mirror thing.
Falling
Since it
forward.
wasn't a continuous story.
Got to attack
that
at a
really
controlled pace,
Yeah.
otherwise,
Just sit there and watch.
otherwise, if I send them up,
claims
the
that they
general's
all
going to
were
go,
tied in.
Yeah.
come back!
I didn't catch it.
1, 2, 3,
It could be,
4,
but
5.
yeah, it's probably the Easter egg type thing. But I mean, just for like watching them, one story doesn't really necessarily.
Right, you can watch it whatever order you want to.
That might, for me, that might have been one of the reasons why I just didn't feel like I had to watch them. Like the Love, Death, and Robots, you know, it's like 10 minutes. I can power through those.
Right.
Same thing with the boys stuff. It was all like between
The
10
Hitler one is hilarious. The baby Hitler one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, 1 fight.
1 fight, yep.
3 to 2.
3 to 2.
Whoa, rolling.
You guys got some rolling disparity.
Boy, boy.
Looking good, Randy. Looking good.
You know what they say about Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. You should have left those Vegas types there.
First you gotta get there.
Well, let's go for tips.
That would be a
Aha!
Oh,
Don't talk bad about the diet, ready to
Oh,
show
my
you.
God. Well, yeah.
we'll see when he goes into combat again.
Oh, man.
How far are we?
probably about 3 or 4.
Yeah, 4 over there and 3 over there. 6.
Oh shit! You let Scott come in here without testing him for monkeypox. Just get a banana. If you get excited, you pop it.
Get the box.
Did you have beer in there?
Yep.
What kind of silly question is that? Ain't you got a beer? Oh, no.
No,
You
he
guys-
doesn't have
I guess I
choice.
should. I guess you should have beer. 'cause
No,
you
I've
guys
gone
have
dry,
beer.
Scott.
If Luke was here, I'd say it might not be. I'll just take one of those.
Maybe one.
And then you and
3.
Yeah, if Luke was here, there wouldn't be any left.
Can't hit the road right now.
Ooh.
Coronas are no good without wine.
I had a bad experience with Coronas.
Oh, really?
Don't sit too well. Is that damn? That's not that damn Mountain Dew with the alcohol in it, is it?
I don't know, what is it?
That Stamble thing? No, that Stamble. That whatever that.
No, it's not.
Flammable. Okay.
No. My brother tried that and
Throwing out of
he
the
said
woods
it
real
wasn't very
fast.
good.
Was lost.
They made one that was supposed to be like a
Right, no
like
shooting.
a spicy like Tabasco thing. I'm like going, how the hell would you want to do that? I says, I could barely do Tabasco in 151, let alone throw it in like
Still
some
a
dare.
Mountain Dew. I was like, "Ugh."
Command.
Lots of people have money and no common sense. You know that. Watch
Thank you.
this.
Thank you.
Anytime. Remember Marty's here?
Should we put we should. Marty always brings that stuff.
Yeah.
So you should make a picture and like Photoshop a picture of Marty's
Put his
face.
face
And
here,
put it on there,
watching
like,
the
so whenever
ball.
it's like, Marty's here. We say, Marty, how you doing? We can be like, I'm doing fine, next thanks. How you doing?
Mr. 3000.
You want to eat some of my peanut butter? It's good.
That remind you of Marty's, the salty and peanut butter.
Peanut
center?
butter, yeah. I was like, oh, you know what? I'll eat Marty too.
Marty's not very salty. I am though.
Thank you.
No, I was looking at that second one. I don't think we're-
All right.
I save up all day for this.
I do have to say your trebuchet catapult.
You like
thing,
that, huh?
That was nice. You did.
That was
cool.
just on a whim. I had to wait for the.
No, it was-
I wanted to get the light horse done, and I got them done a lot earlier than I did in the day.
Now
I'm
those
like,
two supposed to be together?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I want to paint something else?
That helps or hurts me.
Yeah, let's work on
maybe
this.
put
See what
it
happens.
Because I'm assuming the base size is a 40 by 40. I just like the fact that you use that
Well, I went
that
forward.
found diagram picture you had there to create. I'm like, that's pretty cool too.
That was a book that I found for $6 because I would have done a different type of artillery piece, but since I didn't have one, I was going to make one. You might as well make the right one. Which
1, 2,
I would have done
3.
a counterweight one, not a handful one. And I don't have a clue for it, but I'm like, I'm not going to spend a week looking for an order and figures. They're hidden in there underneath there anyway, so. I don't think there's anybody manning that catapult. Well, go stand your ass at five base hoods and see if it fires at
Yeah.
you.
Well, there's nobody in your camp either.
That's right. The Ghost Army. They identify as transparent.
There. Him. And here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
No battles. Picks. Oh, yeah. Why not? Pete?
Still working from home?
Yeah.
Far away.
That's a working from home job?
Yeah.
Big plus.
I agree.
Better than driving to Inglis?
No. Fleming Island.
No, but it was. Didn't you take a job that was
I was down in Crystal River.
Crystal River?
Oh, geez, the amount of gas I'd be spending on that right now.
Yeah, that's just.
Well, if I'd still had that job, I'd move down there by now. That'd be big. That's
It'll work out, right?
Yeah. But with that one, I wasn't going to move unless I made it past my 90-day probationary
Heel
period.
to the right.
It's a good thing I did because I couldn't get a place in like a month. So.
There aren't too many housing options down there.
Keep going.
Trailers.
Yeah,
I don't think. Well, they probably have an apartment complex or two in the whole town.
I'm gonna call that one for the whole.
Okay.
I'm glad you moved down there.
There's something over here.
Thanks, man. Well, I mean, I'd never see you again.
Why not?
Because you're not going to come over for game night.
Maybe.
Okay, well, move your ass down there then.
I don't need to.
There you go.
All right, 2.
2.
Pass the dice to you. Oh.
Besides, that way, if you live here, you can go to stores and you can, you don't see that, you don't hear that greeting you would hear all the time down there. Like, you done with that?
You gonna drink all that?
I've been to Crystal River. It's not much going on
You gonna drink all that?
there. You done with that? Don't do.
Okay.
Aye.
Alright,
Yeah, I just drove through it.
Alright,
So.
six.
It all worked out.
So Mitch, where's this hex board you're talking about?
It's the mat, the white thing there. It's
Oh, it's got hexes. It's got hexes drawn on it, or
You mean the white thing?
is it got like green on the
they're
other side?
they're 4 by 4.
Two.
Well, you don't have to pull it out. I mean,
No, I'm just
is it got like?
so I put the trees and
Yeah, but is there any like colors on it, or is it just white with hexes? And then you
no,
fill it
it's
out?
actually green, sandy like.
Okay, so you got green on the side. Okay,
And
cool.
it's
So it's like that with hexes. Is it
Hmm.
full lines or dotted?
I'd like to move forward.
yeah. Look,
How
it's
do we do
sort of-
that? We're gonna fight
You
this
can
battle.
sort of see the
How we gonna do
that
it?
yellow. That's what it's
What are the
split.
hexes?
Push these guys forward.
So they're all
So that
together.
was- I would slide that way.
Is that way you can put the 4 infantry?
They're about 3-inch hexes.
About 3 inches,
4
3 inches across.
four
Yeah,
infantry.
I would
you can
slide
make it
that way.
So to represent woods and the trees in there.
Yeah,
where it's all the way
game
down.
going before I lose word on it.
Well, even the little hex pieces that become in the game.
Then we slide this.
Oh, you'll go in and then you slide over.
Like it's, then we cut out film for the hills.
We know what you're doing. Just come
Alright.
on.
I can't put
Yeah,
it
I'm coming up
Tony,
clumsy there. Okay, so
how do you
that's
not
done.
yell at
We
this
got a lot
guy?
of spears and we're
For what? I
not
do all the
exactly,
time.
Cutting out felt
Yeah.
for his command color.
Because I wasn't here.
Oh, okay.
We know
Actually, I
they're
like
facing that
command
way, but that
control
way
troops.
you
Yeah.
can
I like just the board game.
you can move up here.
It's distracting with all the other
there,
stuff. I think the board game looks good. It's a good looking
Like
board.
Stratego. I like
No,
it.
it's not Stratego.
And
Are you
there.
going to replace
Yeah, I
troops
guess.
when you
Okay.
play
My tells me the
maneuver?
whole lineup. So let's
All right.
see.
No, the counters on maneuver look beautiful.
That's
Yeah, they
one.
do.
Mhm.
But they sit
Well,
flat.
you make counters. It wouldn't look that
They
good.
sit flat.
I mean, if I made them, they wouldn't look that good. They're
No, you're
nice.
not going to use troopers on maneuver because the board's not set up for it.
Yeah, there is that.
Like that.
Got you there.
No, I
That's
didn't
why
see
we
the
get the
film
big board.
because I wasn't here. They play when, people work.
You work?
Yeah.
You said, now you just admitted today you didn't hardly work at all.
I mean, I could have probably stayed home is what I could have. It doesn't work that way. They're saving all the heavy lifting for when I got to go on vacation.
It makes you feel like they're out of use felt too.
Yeah, it looks cool. We're about halfway through all the British battles. Then we're gonna move on to something different. Maybe Austrians.
Don't tease me. Don't tease me with my adopted people.
That's three, I think.
You've strudel
Three. Yep, that's three. We got one more.
Strudel lover.
The strudel lover, yeah, that's right.
I think
What you call me? Strudel lover.
Yeah, here it is.
there's your hand.
Yeah.
The general's
that's
right
Schnitzel lover.
there. Okay, you're what, two back?
But he was out there.
Yeah. But I'm saying that if you were two moves back
Yeah.
to about there.
But he wasn't completely in the woods.
Who's that?
He was in,
Yeah.
well, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, he was partially in the rough going, yeah.
Keep me honest with that.
Okay.
I slip on that all the time.
All right.
All right, I think we're done. Now let's see what we got.
They have like cancer.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4 matches.
4 contacts.
I've got a 4 base.
You're up
Plus 1 for
5,
5.
and I'm a 2.
5 to 2. Come on. Get him.
He's
And,
got an
recoil.
opportunity to maybe get back to being not as. Wasn't sure that the smoking part.
What unit is this? This is an auxiliary.
That's why I was a 2.
Solid
3 down there.
I've got a.
Your chariots are cap chariots, right?
Yeah, they're heavies.
They're heavies?
Yeah. As Barker said, the difference is the heavies have long spears, which the lights have javelins.
All right.
I knew he was supposed to have a surgery.
So
I've got a 4.
you're a
all good to
4,
me.
and I'm a 3 down to a 2.
Okay, 4 2.
And
5.
I am an 8, so you die.
And they advance
They
if they can.
advance because they're heavy chariots.
Yeah. That's the game that we thought. Let's do my general first. He's
Okay,
a
so you're a 4.
plus
General
1,
makes 5. Side support is 6. You're down to 5,
I'm a 5.
and I'm a 6. And I push you back,
Yeah.
6-1 could have gotten me killed.
and they have to follow.
They
because they're
do. And they're
fight.
facing the other way because they're Scottish.
Because of the way the spears. Are,
Yeah, they're Scottish, like his
yeah.
Scots. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I've got a 4 minus 2.
So you're a 2 and I'm a 3,
These are two.
and you're dead.
Twos.
And here's what's really interesting.
That's
These
it.
guys advance. Well, it's over.
Yeah.
But these guys would advance.
That's the water.
That's a basement,
And we'd have to look up what would happen.
right? I need to know.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that this is what would end up happening.
This is a base, right?
I'm not going to look it up. 'cause
It's a moot point.
All right.
Well, I folded quickly there.
Okay, Scott, you're up.
Gee, I get to fight the same army again.
You get to fight a similar army. Yeah.
Big tragedy that big.
Because you're also playing Athenians, right?
Oh, it's pretty weird.
He's got the Hellenistic ones.
Look at that one.
He's got the earlier ones.
I had no later ones.
Here's the basement.
Got the Hellenistic.
Two big.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was the same one.
No.
I took book, mine was the book 131C or whatever.
Yeah, so that's not the Hellenistic one. That's the Marathon one.
No.
As opposed to Peloponnesian
No.
Wars.
He's
What we finished here.
234.
No, he said it was Book 1.
Hang on, I'll tell you a second. I went
Two.
231H.
Yeah.
Athenian
Oh, that's
Army,
Hellenistic.
278, 146 BC.
That's the Hellenistic.
Oh, that's Hellenistic.
231H, yeah.
It's got a light on.
So it's different.
If I'd known everybody was going to go old world stuff, I would have went with the book 4 or 5 stuff. I just figured it'd be old.
Well, I'm not going to play, but I was going to play Syracuse, which is also spears, which I wouldn't have done. Too much spear, like a spear.
I'm going to need
Too much of a good thing is still too much.
a dice.
There's a bunch in here.
I hear there's some Vegas dice to use that roll really
Big
cool.
power of the people. Oh, Joe's antimatter. Power.
Say about general dynamics?
Huh?
You say general dynamics?
What's that?
You said general dynamics, don't you? Oh, you said general dynamics.
Alright, I'm going to use the red dice to death.
The red dice. How do you use the red dice for that?
Red die works just fine.
You're a.
I'm a 3. A 3.
I'm a
2, I think.
3.
Yep, 3, 3. Here we go.
So reroll because I'm a. Okay, your house.
Alright.
Oh, look, there's a waterway.
That's
Yeah.
your options. That's all
I
right.
played it at the kind of punch the beach that coming.
Yeah, because you have a hard edge.
Alright, so I'm going to take a river.
That's exactly right. Didn't be too hard.
A wood.
You gonna
And
use that candy ass colored water?
a marsh.
No, I got better. I have less candy ass colored
I
water.
can only have 3 other pieces of terrain, right?
You can only have,
2.
up, yeah, up to 3.
Yeah. So a marsh, a woods, and a river. I can use that as a river, can I?
Too wide. It's more than a base width wide. Needs a marsh.
Oh, Marsh.
Alright, 1, 2, 3,
Big or
4.
small?
This will be for, what's the first one you
That's
got?
a new one.
First one is the marsh. 6, that's his.
Yep. Pick a corner.
What do you want? And that has to be fully in thin?
Yes.
Alright, woods. 2.
Oh, look at that! It's over there.
And that's fully within as well?
Yep.
And the river. 3. So it has to be out of this one. So it's gonna go.
Nope. Can it, yeah, you can go through the woods. can't
Yep.
it? Yeah.
Just like that.
World's smallest beach right there.
Volcanic sand.
Barbecue.
I'm gonna stay over on this
That's like
side.
Matanza similar. It'll be short up here in a moment.
It's an interesting horde. That would be over in 10 minutes.
Probably not.
So Scott will replace that stamp first.
Right there is the center point. What do we?
What I did
Should be
earlier
a
was I
split.
just got, I said
Should
little
be a
slide of
split in
that.
between the
Yes,
pieces.
right there.
Put it right there.
Alright, so I'm playing 231H. I guess the Hellenistic Greeks. What we
H?
said. Yeah,
H for Hellenistic.
Oh.
I hate those guys.
Alright, so I gotta place my village first, right?
Yep,
Or my camp.
your comp.
Your Camp of Dew.
My compass.
And I put my
Compass Maximus.
I put my altar to the Minotaur there.
Is that false, God? Hence it becomes alive.
So I don't place it. I can still place a littoral unit, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Just
You'll
gotta.
reserve the littoral force.
He has
You'll
to land
place
a
yours
base
before
away
it
from
is.
you.
But after he places.
Okay, so in my army, I have 4 solid ox, I have 4 spear, I have a knight general, a light horse, and 2 sealoy.
Hey, that's good. We're by the sea. So the Seloy.
How many Seloy could go by the sea if sea sailed?
What make their little space?
Go back on your roof.
These? Which ones? These guys
Tin
here?
soldier.
Yeah, that's Zeiston. And then the rest of those are all tin, and I don't know
Yeah,
where
that's Scott's army you painted.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, he did a good job with it.
He didn't pick that
Oh
good.
yeah, he recognizes these guys here.
Scott's the guy that paints really well, but doesn't paint more. In 15s. So he paint other stuff.
Been doing mostly 28 Infinity for the last 2 years.
Takes more
I
paint.
still like it.
Takes more paint.
He won't hold it against you.
Costs a lot more. Lot of paint.
It needs to take longer to paint. That's the only reason I would paint. I don't care to take up more space or more expensive. It doesn't matter. I had fun playing that game in 28s. That was fun. At the last con on Sunday morning.
Oh yeah.
Because then the boards are damn big, and then you can roll your dial like it's freaking craps. And your troops don't fall over.
Well, I painted a lot of 28s. You know, skirmish type 28s, and that's a black hole. You can spend all the time painting 1 minute if you even know what to do for that.
Black hole.
You know, it's
That's
a
nothing.
time thing.
I did.
You really go out
I
of your way to
painted.
make it look good.
I've been painting CLS for almost 30 years.
We're not painting them right now.
No, I'm painting.
When you go first
painting
scout,
stuff.
you lay out
I got
first
about
and roll the dice.
3,800 figures painted.
Okay.
But then again, our club's got like
You'll have to set up,
almost
but then
30,000
you go
painted
first.
troops. But it's
You'll
like,
lay in.
all right, let's see here.
I started painting up some.
And now they got all those resins and 3D printed ones coming out. There's all kinds of. There's some really good looking figures out there.
Really are.
good looking
They
figures.
really are. Compared to what we thought was good back in the day, these figures are just fantastic. The museum Z's are great. I think the Zeiss
No,
ones
no,
are
no,
great.
you don't go in the landing force. No, that would be very bad.
There's a lot of real ones.
And of course, the general's the one who has his goodies strapped over the front of his horses.
Is that their artillery guy?
Yeah, my Ptolemaic army is made up of those tin soldier figures. And the Soloi, they're just quirky looking figures, but they're very robust.
I'm not putting a belly with them. I don't recognize the name. Are they still in business? Or?
Yeah, they're still in business. They don't have a really huge range of stuff, but they're
So you
great.
want that guy in the back going then?
Yeah, I'm
I mean, I
thinking about
recognize everything
Macedonians
that you
look
do,
cool.
I'm familiar with the name. That one didn't.
You don't have to replace their spears and lances. They're robust enough.
The spears on the
Yeah,
miniature Z.
we'll go ahead and give this a
Museum
whirl.
miniature Z are really hard. They use it real hard.
Yeah.
The spears are real hard. They call them computers, which is 90% code, 95% code.
We're gonna go with that. We're gonna use a 2 Soloi and 1 heavy chariot for landing. We have a 2 solid pike, a heavy chariot, 2 solid pike, a heavy chariot, 2 of Mitch's favorites, heavy auxiliaries, tall auxiliaries, and a heavy chariot general.
The Rutabaga troops.
Okay.
Place first before you land.
So Scott goes first, so first thing you gotta do is place his landing force. Or not land it.
Oh. Make it really hard for
Well,
him to
it
get
won't
four-
count against him. You just
Make it really hard for him to get 4 kills.
Hey,
He's
I've-
got 3 guys missing.
I've won games with
10
not
minutes.
with I haven't done it with 9. I've done it with 10. I've done it with 10 by
One
accident.
time. One time.
Some of you guys playing collision course didn't get your third count on.
Correct. No, but I play a standard game with only 10, and you know what happened? I won. And you know what happened after that? The guy
The guy complained.
complained that no, I didn't. I forgot to place my 2 most easily killed units on the board. Should have stopped me. Trust me, I want to play with all my troops.
When you guys playing collision course, like, one of them didn't get everything out of it, so.
Yeah. Now that happened, I think, against Mitch, and he still beat me.
Yeah. I know when collision course did.
Yeah.
That's probably using my damn Hungarians.
Was that film, wasn't
Yeah, I think that was on film. That was,
it?
Probably.
The collision course one?
That's
I think it was Blind Collision Course or something like that. Or
That was my favorite. Blind collision course.
Now, does his get set at the beginning of the game, or does it come out when he rolls?
He has
So-
to set them before he
So
rolls.
you place yours. He
He-
doesn't place his until his turn.
until my turn.
Oh, okay.
But he can't be within a base of you.
Well, yeah, because anything else is just ridiculous. Because then you could just literally land like a millimeter away from it. Actually, it doesn't say you can't land in
I
combat.
remember the one that someone
Well,
set
I
up,
play somebody close.
someone
combat.
over here,
Come
and,
on.
and Tony go, I'm put a landing force between these 2 columns. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the heck, I can do it.
All right, so we're going to do that.
Well, that's why it's
So you can
called
roll your pips.
Amphibious Absurdity.
Good luck, Joe.
All
Well, now
right.
you can roll your pips.
Can I roll now, Mitch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now?
Go for it.
Hold on. Okay.
Okay. Do I have to use a cup?
Oh.
Huh?
Do I have to use a cup?
No.
No,
Good.
you don't have to.
Unless you
No.
want to come.
No. You can use your diaper.
Why
Oh, you should have used a cup.
Yeah.
Swamps in play.
You know what? Even if you knew you were going to roll a 1, you probably would have still placed him there. Because that's not a bad place for him to be.
So what, landing point?
Yeah, you've got to place him before you know where you roll for pitch. Because if you roll a 6, you could
Hey,
do
there you go.
something
Okay,
really
Joe
impressive.
places his
It does
landing.
give you a way to react to the attacking players work outside. Typically, the defender has 1 movement to react. Here you could leave those 3 off and react to his side.
Well, the thing is that the attacker, he knows whether or not he's going to have a landing force before he decides to put one down or not.
What if he decides not to? They don't put
He
in,
decides not to.
come off the back, or they just
They set up over here with everything else.
Like with everything else, yeah. Didn't have to.
Yeah, I could have just set my sealer up. I mean, I could have set my sealer up over here and actually took my horse and just put it way back there by itself.
You could.
Well, I should have done.
Landing force has been 2 to 3, right?
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
That's how I
yeah,
set
it's
up
2 to 3.
Oh,
2 or 3.
2 to 3, yeah. It used to be 1 to 4.
So,
So you could just ambush that group and you win the game. Artillery general can't be in it.
Man,
Then you have it when
Actually, artillery and elephants, no artillery or war wagons, right?
right.
I think collision course and Littoral would be hilarious. These
Have we
guys
done
don't-
that?
I can't remember if we've done that or not.
We had one game of it. Because I had to look up Littoral. You have to land by certain. If they don't, then they march on. Something like that.
That's good
But
for
but the Littoral landing force is still 3 as opposed to 4. And I remember you
Yeah.
have to put there's
The
4
extra
on,
guy.
then the 5, and then the 3, and the 3 land wherever the water is.
Oh, you're making my brain hurt. What's left of it?
Columns entirely troops of home topography Littoral may stage a landing.
What was that T word again?
Topography,
That was my favorite subject in school.
subject to the following modification. Landings can only be made with the third column at a cost of 4 pips. The landing is made as a column
I'm gonna
with
play
entirely
this.
random.
I thought about landing over there. I'm
You like that
"Uh,
subject in school, Mitch? Topography?
Yeah.
That girl has a nice topography.
Oh yeah.
So, we'll go and see what kind of river we got here. We're going to move up and
Just
test.
him?
If I move all of them to, if I roll the one where they have to, can they still roll?
No, you have to decide who's going to check.
We're going to do all 3.
Okay. So you go up to the edge, and then you
Usually
leave
what
it.
I'll do first is I'll leave him there to know how far we've gone. And it's
3.
the middle one
So you can move as a group,
group.
but you have to move a maximum speed of 1. So you can move 1 all the way through.
Now, since I was past the, so it's 1 like that, right?
Right.
Not 1.
Correct.
Okay.
It's 1 total.
We're gonna do this. What did I roll? 3 for pips, was it?
And the bank matters.
And the bank.
But you can hold hands and cross. That's really the best river one. Because it's still rivery, but not super restrictive. Because a 1 or 2 is like, it's not there, but if you flee across it, you got issues. It's just like a
1,
parking
2,
lot.
3. They moved up, but they haven't moved into the river yet.
Right, and they won't be able to with that type of river until they get to the edge.
Okay, that's it.
A 2. All both.
Good.
Next. I got a bad feeling about this side. Right. Exit stage left. Actually, that would be stage right.
My plan would have worked if I would have rolled higher in my first turn.
Is this chariot stuck at 1 now, this chariot?
Yeah, whole group is. You know, if he moves the group as a group, it's all stuck at 1.
Because chariot's
The Seloy, since they're actually no, they're fine because the front's past.
The
it.
front's already passed.
Yes,
the
I
edge of the water.
apologize. The front's past, so he's fine to move as whatever. That works.
Otherwise, you'd be at a double base stone and it would be double base stone.
Well, if I would have written the rules, we'd still have to move it one. That's not what it is.
They're only going to move 1.
There you go.
Now, they're limited to just 1 to move across.
Base
right?
width, yes.
Okay.
But they can, it costs them 1 pip to do that. That's pretty grand.
And I don't get rear support.
Because it's not open ground.
No, we just go in
Now he
So just
Was
don't
not-
sit there. Make sure you come back.
he wasn't at the edge, so he
It
has
doesn't
to-
matter. If he moves in part of the group, he just builds a base with it.
All right.
Because that's the
One,
whole
two.
group goes that. Doesn't matter.
Hey, wait for me. Oh, it's not a minefield. Hold on. I want to be part of the action. Does that go again?
Are those museum chairs?
Yeah, there's zero.
Yeah, they're all, it's all the zero.
Z range.
That's it. A 4.
Oh, and there's no shooting. Again.
What, no arrows? We dropped them.
I had Archer in the last game.
He got ambushed right off the bat.
Man, we should kill just like that. Well,
We have other dice here you can use.
no,
Okay.
I'm a firm believer in it.
He's gonna break that thing in
Roll, whatever it is.
like a rough front.
So I actually had somebody suggest to me that they wanted us to run a game at a convention. And because of a previous experience they had, they wanted to supply all the dice.
Oh, really? Could be interesting.
The organizers did, or
No, it's worrying about stuff like we've never had a problem with that. The problem is that if you catch somebody cheating, you have to kill the person. Okay? And once they understand you will be killed by broadsword in the parking lot, they won't do that.
I can't believe someone would bring the living place.
It's happened before. Not
Well,
in
that's
Florida.
why.
Not in
actually,
Florida.
actually, there is.
It does.
Because there's one guy who's been banned from all conventions
In Florida?
In Florida.
Oh, you gotta tell me what that is off the camera.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll tell you. And he's been banned from about 90% of the game force.
Okay, I can't wait. Can you write his name down? So somebody did it at Historicon, so I heard, before we started going up there. You know, it's like,
For money.
look, if you were playing like against a bunch of communists and you don't want to lose against a bunch of communists, maybe cheat so you don't get beaten by communists. But there's a high level of camaraderie in this game. I mean, I don't mind losing to any of you guys. Well, except Randy. And it's a good thing because we're going to beat each other. You know, it happens. Man.
Now, since they're across, they can move normal now,
Yep.
right?
Mhm.
Okay. That's 1, 2.
No, it's 2, 3, 4 because you can't slide. You can't slide.
Okay.
If you're gonna lose a group, you can't slide like that. You got a wheel or whatever. So
No
that's
side
fine.
slipping.
So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. And we'll move these guys just up out of the, just out of the river.
Yep.
All right.
Well, you got to cross the river.
Yeah, we're across the river.
And we got to use a river.
All right. Now, do these guys move to the group in the marsh, or is it?
Yes.
No.
Oh, not
No.
the auxilia, but the Soloy.
Soloy.
So the marsh is still
Soloy County.
or the bad going.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can move your 2.
Okay. So.
Well, Scott put a river down and Joe made it playable. That's good. We didn't want the really nasty river. And then it's nice to look at. It's nice to have something else different.
The lowlands of runoff areas. Swampy area.
He's now zapped.
He is or is not?
He is.
He's not threatened.
Not threatened. He's zapped. That's my 2.
Was he within 4? Oh, no, he was within 4 after you moved.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm assuming. I'll double check. Hang on. Yep.
5 again.
up to the river. There's two.
It's cool. Looks like you'll be able to get most of your force across the river. There, I left myself out. So they have a knight general, a light horse, 4 solid spears, 4 solid ox, and 2 saloons. It's not a bad army.
Nope. Pretty decent overall, I thought.
I wish solid ox were 2.5 races.
Yeah, the two is pretty simple.
Yeah.
It's one thing with the line of spearmen are totally forward. You know, like troops.
Yeah, they can't. They can't.
Now, if I move them to there, would that be 1 or would that cost 2?
No, that'd be 1. Well, that would be 2, because you change your facing. If you go straight forward,
you can get over there.
if you go straight forward, it's 1. If you do that to line up, then it's going to be 1 each. Because you can't do that movement as a
Here,
group.
Yeah.
now what they probably can do is come up,
To there and then wheel the.
if they've got the movement for that.
I got no issue.
Yeah, you could do that. You could do that.
So that's
We're gonna have picks
1,
left
2,
over there.
3, 4, 5. That's it. Yeah, because they moved up this turn.
It's actually a good looking battle. It looks like a real battle.
It does. Yeah, it is good looking now.
It's nice when the bad going is in play and it's not overwhelmingly dominant. So Randy, I thought you had armies from 15 millimeter from days gone by. You did not?
I got bits and pieces of it. I wasn't playing, so I paint up a stand of slides.
I see.
And looking, I paint up a stand of Persian skirmishers.
So you have a lot of hats these
I
days.
got a lot of, I got bits and pieces of it. Done on this stuff. But only 4 complete on it. Playable.
Now you're going to work towards filling those gaps.
1.
No, I'm working on a retro backfield on it.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
It's one that I've been wanting to do for 20 years.
That's cool. We don't have that one.
No, yeah, I'm just saying.
No, that's good.
Guys play that one.
That's good.
I like the period, I like the history, I like the want to do that. Oh,
You like the inbreeding?
what?
The inbreeding? You know, all those dynasties inbred with each other. You know. I always want to do the Greco-Indian.
Yeah, and I really consider it to do the same. I'll build it up the wolf and tree leather. And then really the Greco back was got a lot of cavalry.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, they're really like free.
Oh,
Of
come
course,
on.
the Allies are.
That's like the proto-Parthians.
Alright, now we can.
There was
Good,
a battle where
bad.
they fought
We're not
all
here.
cavalry, just didn't move the infantry forward. Based on everything.
Did they win?
You know, I don't remember who won that. I want to say I think they did. I think they're back there. If they would have lost, they probably would have lost their kingdom. They were ultimately defeated by the Christians. So
Yeah, they were around for a while.
Yeah, they were around for a while.
They're around longer than Greco-Indians.
Yeah. Several Indians came through there. That was a real simple.
Now the Greco-Indians are interesting because they have two stands. They can have 2 stands of bow
Yes.
in a successor army, which is unusual.
Yeah, 2 stands, but that's actually illegal. 2 stands of those 2
Now I can move. They can move to contact them. Now, would he move basically like that to contact them? Or
No,
is he-
that's an illegal contact. You can't. You'd have to be front corner to front corner. You could get up beside this guy, but you can't contact that side because you can't get your front corner to the front corner.
You can overlap. Yeah, right.
One,
You like that stuff, huh?
2, 3.
Who gave that to you? The original one.
Mine was Puccini one.
What is it? Okay.
So, but this one can move there for one,
My
right?
stomach's already turning thinking of
Yeah.
way too sweet.
But with this one, he can only move to there, or can he move past it?
He
Rather
can
have
go up to that point right there. He just can't touch that guy.
Okay.
But he could move to the side like that if you really wanted to.
Might as well move them as a group and just do that. It won't cost you one.
Well, we're gonna have plenty. He's gonna have plenty.
Now he
There's that by that.
now he has to go that way, or can he go that way?
He has to go straight back or get closer.
So he needs
contact
to
him.
move straight back towards your original rear, or become more aligned with him, or go into combat with him, which you can't do because you don't have movement.
You like it straight?
But I could be give him more in line.
Yeah,
So
that's
next turn I could back that way.
Correct.
Yep.
Yep. And that'll be your time to do it. You got plenty of pitch.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Don't fall asleep after that, Randy.
I know, that's why I only have to sit. On a small lift or something, you know, long ride.
I can't do alcohol and sweet. Both.
This is,
I gotta do like scotch.
Okay.
You know.
Good.
this is,
One combat.
One combat.
I'm a 4-year 5.
Yep.
It's as sweet as amaretto.
And a 5-year 6. So I back up.
Wow. Good save.
Yep. Now he's gonna rate me.
What if I want some?
You move up. I didn't know if you moved forward or not.
Yep. I'm
You talk
tight.
negative about it.
No, I just don't.
Yep.
I don't.
You got
It's
an
too
easy
sweet.
one there.
And I don't drink
I
anything
can't do
like that
anything
with
about it.
ice. I'm civilized. I can't do scotch. You haven't tried the Disaronno yet?
But yeah,
What the hell? That's what you should have.
Yep. I saw that coming.
each time you in a bad spot, or
Oh, you're
no,
cutting.
no, no.
No, I couldn't
Yeah, no.
because I couldn't get anybody. I didn't want to sit there.
In retrospect, putting that skirmisher where you did is actually very good.
Yeah.
Pulled off your cherry.
Smells great.
it does.
It smells great.
Yeah.
To bring that historic on.
I will.
Yeah. I'll get some scotch.
Moving up the
I think
Bach and
after
boat
the
down.
5th or 6th drink is froze on you.
I can't
It's not so bad, huh?
No, it's not bad at all.
You know, it's not as bad as I did in the first taste. It's a little sweet.
Right about there.
Okay.
It's sweet, but it doesn't have a super
Now,
fake
if I
peach
move
taste.
up,
It doesn't, yeah, you can taste the peach, just a bit. Just a
I
bit.
conform to you.
you conform me. Now, what about what happens to him then?
You can't touch this guy because you don't have a legal contact if you move up to his end. You would have to move this guy separately to touch that, and that guy separately to touch that, because you can't touch that corner in a straight line. That was my 2.
You two? All right.
So I'm a 4.
4 to my 5.
Well, so you still got the 5, 4 to
Yeah.
5. So you get to -1 made up?
Yeah, and I'm
4
up.
to your 5. Yeah.
6
It's a
down.
6.
Yep. Ah.
Oh.
Look at that.
Let's see.
Red dice to death. I haven't rolled above a 3 the whole game.
The game's not over. They come forward.
No one's put up a fight there.
Yeah, that's the thing about that artillery piece I have. That's like my hands only. It's super.
You know, oh yeah, right.
It's
yeah.
super.
Fragile?
Chris sign in there. Don't
Yeah, and it has a
Yeah, I got
magnetic
an idea what
stand.
you
So.
paint on it. Fragile.
One.
Fragile. Fragile.
Fragile.
Stuff like that. You can see what's up in there. Somebody holding it really break it. He's been an accident.
And anybody play us use a dice gun.
Oops. I accidentally locked his head off.
Yeah. It's almost right up there with you.
Ham-fisted.
Yes. Now step on the front.
We're gonna start.
Scott didn't have any problems. I'm the one that's got lots of problems. I got columns hung out the
All you
drawing.
gotta do is make sure Scott keeps rolling ones and
Yeah.
it's in the bag.
We'll start with
6
to 4.
He's
You're
good.
dead.
Yep.
Wow.
If you gotta go 20
That was a one,
I would have
folks.
done that one first because you have no recoil.
Yeah, he's still
I
there.
got a little bit of space.
You advanced 20.
No, they actually shouldn't have done. It should be like that, right up behind. But what these
Okay.
guys?
If you gotta go 24.
Well, yeah, 'cause there's nobody there.
All right,
They
you're
do not.
five to
They do
mine.
not give a -1 to him. Correct.
Right.
Correct.
You're
So
5
it's
to my
a-
4.
No. You're yeah, 5.
That's I watched it. That's 4 ones for combat in a row for you, Scott. I've been
And they.
you come and kiss that guy right in the ear. Mwah!
Oh, I did not see that coming.
Scott didn't either.
Yes.
And you know you have to strike.
Don't roll a 1. Very good.
Still not good.
I'll say it again.
This is
next
a
combat,
nine?
don't worry.
That's a 9. Yep.
Shoot a 4 with a quick kill.
Yep.
Light horse are plenty fine against knights.
They can't be killed by it.
Oh, yes, they
They
can.
can kill.
Yes, they
Double,
can.
sorry, double.
It's
Any
it's
mount.
pretty 50-50. It's
Any
pretty
mount
close to
is
50-50.
Now these do not provide a -1 on him. Correct.
Right.
Okay.
And this guy enters their Zoc at the very last moment when he touched, so that's okay.
But they have to run.
Those are exactly 40. What a cool battle. I mean, look at that mosh pit. It's Minoan mosh pit.
The Minoan mosh pit.
That's the classic Christian fight right there.
So it was Minoans that
The
invented
Minotaur.
mosh.
The Minotaur-like.
They're probably saying, you know, blood for the blood god.
Here's my 6.
But wake them up.
After this,
My favorite fantasy creature, Minotaur.
on the camera there?
Didn't know that, did
They're
you?
not on the camera there. Alright, so just do that. On the camera there?
Actually, you did talk in your sleep one time.
No, still not on the camera. So it doesn't matter. Not on the camera.
And that's what I decided to talk about, huh?
All right, so
I guess I
you're
was lucky.
4 on the
4 to your
5.
5.
Hey, it wasn't a one.
It wasn't a 1.
Wasn't a 1.
And they move forward.
Here you go.
Yeah, my go. Oh no, we got.
Oh, yeah.
2 to 4.
But he could roll a 1 here.
Yep.
Oh,
Push you.
It's close. Knight's got to follow.
I meant, here's where he could roll a 1.
You kind of quote Tony. If I roll a 1, I know what I'm going to do.
Oh,
Oh, is that one of my sayings?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
well, we don't
Now
know
what are you
you're
going to do? You
rolling.
roll it on the floor. Somebody right there. Get Joe a dice cup.
He's as bad as Mitch.
Well, I'll quote, nobody's as bad as Mitch. They can zip you up in a clear plastic bottle and you still roll the die outside the plastic bottle.
The move is 3, right?
Yeah, the move is 3.
Why can't you?
Yeah, you can.
That's a shoe-in. He can still kill you though, Joe.
Oh yeah.
I've been there too. Been killed by some bastard like that.
6, they'll do
That's
it.
right.
Yep.
A 2-6 might do
He's
it.
not locked down now.
Correct.
We'll go there.
That in at the time.
And then he'll go there.
Can't get there. I don't think. Hang on a second. 1. Yeah, it's not. We're good.
He'll go there.
Yep. You could still lose, Joe.
Yes, I know. I can still lose.
Dude, I have seen it all. I've seen
One,
it all.
2, 3.
Yeah, because they get a 6-point coverage.
4.
I've
We'll
seen
go
it all.
back for 5. And we'll move the general for general. General will look happy there going, okay.
Alrighty, where do you want to go?
Let's start with the 4-0.
No.
Okay.
1 to the
And then 6-3.
8 to 6. You got it. Good day.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Scott and Randy. Randy can go over there.
Yeah, Joe's
No,
on a
I'll take
roll.
it. I'll take a break.
You can't take a break.
I'm not looking for.
Mitch and I are playing.
Okay.
You can't take a break. Tough titty.
Okay.
Who would you play, Mitch?
Could be Littoral.
Yeah.
Don't you have one of your Chinese armies as Littoral?
I could do Carthage.
My Chinese army's Littoral.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
Chinese.
I don't think I have it.
Carthage.
Yeah, Carthage.
That's the only one you have?
I think that's the Trojans.
You got Hawaiians, don't you?
Yeah, Egyptians.
Yeah, Hawaiians.
Hawaiians.
Man.
Maybe I do those.
Yeah, we were looking
I
for
should have.
Hawaiians.
I should do those. I should have done those. Hawaiian. A luau.
I think Eureka makes you Hawaiian figures.
They do.
Yes, Eureka.
Yeah. Ooh, we all know that.
Eureka makes a
We
fair
must-
number of the.
We must be tempted.
I think between Eureka and Curacao, you can do just about all the North
No.
American Indians.
Yeah.
How?
Yes. Oh. Because they have. Actually, the North American, Central American, and
They
South.
Yeah,
got
I got
rid
the
of your
thing,
chief lump or
Brought you
whatever.
so much luck in the first game.
When you were talking about the
Well, if
base.
you and I roll like we both rolled the first game, we'll have a good game.
Last time you and I played, we were
When you were talking about the
It's a
baseball
marathon.
game, I'm like, what is this new team that you're following? Who the hell is this? Like a minor league team? And then I looked them up and I'm like, you got rid of Chief Wumpa or whatever. Wahoo.
Wampa?
I don't know what his name is.
Wahoo.
He's cute. He's cute.
Yeah, he was cool. But yeah, you got rid of him.
Always gotta fuck with everything, don't they?
All right, I'm in Littoral too.
I'm a 0.
You got any?
This
You got any gear with him on it?
Yeah.
To just wear it, just to piss people off.
Oh, I'm not gonna get rid of it.
It's
I'll keep
cool.
wearing it. My hats are all I want.
Yeah, it's cool.
I might get some Guardian stuff eventually. All right, I need a BUA.
We're supposed to dispose of it in 30 days. We can get arrested.
Screw that. I guess they wanted to go to the way of Land O'Lakes. They took the Indian girl off.
Yeah.
Or was it
Now everybody's happy
Aunt
knowing
Jemima?
that.
They took the lady. They made him change the balls for Aunt Jemima.
If I do the BUA, I get rid of the river. Hang on. No, I don't need a BUA. I don't want to get rid of the river.
We'll get it.
River's cooler.
This is going to be a difficult hill.
Yes.
Hey, remember, if you
All
put a
right, difficult
BUA,
hill.
you'll be
1, 2,
tempted to
3,
put your
4.
general in there.
I would.
I've only seen it done once.
How'd that work out for him?
Worked out great for me.
Still need a base width.
Between the river is?
Yeah,
It's a linear piece of terrain, right?
still need one.
You sure?
I'll look it up though. No, I'm not sure. I'll look it up.
My book's
We
open
don't
by
want to do
Joe.
it wrong.
My book's open by Joe.
Oh,
You mean what's
no,
left
no,
of
no,
your
no,
book?
no. The Book of Barco.
Oh shit.
Thank you, Joe.
I better put on your.
Let me
You're
get
probably right, Tony. But let's check it. I'm gonna see if I can push.
Let me get my measuring sticks.
I'll
for
give you
there.
something to do.
Randy.
I just gotta put on the
My measuring sticks.
old man looky here thing.
Yep.
I think a river doesn't, but well, hopefully a river doesn't because you place yes.
Rivers can go through.
They can go through
woods
stuff,
and
yeah.
stuff.
You can't go through a difficult hill.
Rivers can't go through a hill at all.
Right.
They're
Yeah,
called
right.
regularly.
Correct. Think about it. It wouldn't work.
No, you can. No, I don't think
Whee!
it's I don't
Flume
think you
ride.
can-
Whee!
But you're probably right, Tony. I probably can't do that.
There must be a gap of at least one base width between area features and between an area feature other than a VUA and any battlefield edge.
Yes, and the river is a battlefield edge. Or did I just
I'm
find a
reading it just as
loophole?
like impossible to read, you know. Linear terrain features include waterways, rivers, and roads.
Okay, so there's a linear feature. And what was the rules on the
The
area
rule
features?
is-
Started on the.
There must be a gap of at least one base width between area features and between an area feature other than a VUA and any
Only
battlefield
one
edge.
standard.
Okay,
So this is a battlefield edge, but it's not
It's
linear.
like, it's,
A river is,
these
so you
six
gotta
stands
have a
are like
base
all
with
miscellaneous
space.
Well, no. This is this a battlefield edge or is it a river?
It's an area feature. It's not. It's
So
not.
the river's an
linear.
area.
It's not
That's the
linear.
That's the core of the
And it's not river. It's
And
waterway.
six-
Oh, so waterways
six
underneath
of
the
these-
area feature trains.
Levies, warriors, or retinue. So it's like, well, we can use it for Warbandia, we can use it for auxiliary.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's good that they get multiple purpose.
And they have two bows, can be bow or sword, one regular sword.
Because the one paragraph tells you what area feature trains are.
Yeah.
If it's not listed underneath there, it's not area terrain feature train.
Well, it's not linear.
But I'll definitely have them.
But it's not area or board edge either, so I'm fine.
That'll be, I think that'll be fun to put out there.
Waterway represents a sea, a lake edge, or river too wide and deep to be fordable in net capacity. Extends 1 to 4 base widths into the battlefield from an entire battlefield edge, and half its length must extend no more than 3 base widths in from that edge. It can be bordered by a beach or floodplain extending up to 2 base widths further, which is good going.
And
Persian coming up.
for,
Push it up against the waterway.
Yeah.
I think Phil's making a
Because
decision.
it's not
I
an
mean,
area.
ultimately, it doesn't freaking matter as long as you guys agree
I don't care.
with
Yeah.
it. Just roll with it, you know.
Yeah.
Because in real life,
Here's-
there's places.
Here's your teaching moment for the.
Yeah, it's not my rules. You know, if we're gonna get shit wrong, and if people want to play it a different way, that's fine too. You know, we're not gonna spend 2 hours looking for it.
Yeah.
No, but that's my point. Is that's one who's tried to do that before, right?
You.
That's the first time I tried to.
Here's
put
the
one there.
reality. In real life, there's situations where this happens.
Oh yeah.
And there'll be a cliff over here
Exactly.
because of that.
And it's fine. It's not like you're trying to do this.
All right. Well, I could if that was a base width away from the river edge or the edge of the board.
Well, now you're just getting crazy. Now you're just getting
If
crazy.
you had if you had a 3 base width waterway,
Well, sure.
I could put it a base and a base and a half width into the
I don't
water.
think it'd go into the waterway. That's crazy.
But I could.
That I don't know about that. That's going too far.
Why? Just 'cause it's going in the water.
You're crazy. You're crazy, man. You're
All right.
crazy.
Forest.
volcano, man.
I hope it's over here.
2.
Krakatoa.
Oh, you already rolled and it wasn't that quarter?
Yeah.
Oh,
so I
okay.
have to deal with this way a little bit. And the river. 4. And this one.
Even if we find it later, doesn't matter. Guys agreed to the game. Don't fret that little stuff. If they wanted it to be played better, they should have written the rules clearer. Bullet points and such.
Here we go.
All right. I'll take this.
Okay.
Camps.
in the water. There you go.
Yeah.
Area terrain features include those listed below as bad, rough, or good going. That's not a waterway, and also a BUA. It's not an area terrain feature. Wait, time out.
Sure.
Linear terrain features include waterways, rivers, and roads.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It is a linear terrain feature.
Yeah, there you go.
So you can go up to it.
And if it was a forest, the forest could actually be in the water, and the river would go over that part of the forest.
I don't think so.
Well, what
Because,
happens when you put a river in a forest?
well, because there's a special rule for the river. There's
A
special
river
rule
or
for the
linear?
placement of the river.
River runs through it.
Yeah, the river's placement is different.
But you got to put the river next to the woods so you get your
But
grandma's house.
you can put that next to it. So it is a linear terrain feature.
Granny's over there.
So Scott, you got to go through the river.
Although we've probably never done that.
No.
Well,
You gotta
We're
go
gonna
through
do
the
it
river
now.
and then the
It's
woods
gonna
to
be
get to,
river
get to the grandma's house.
That's
no,
right.
we're going to do that. We're going to be putting those terrain features up against the waterway now.
You said it's got to be at least two guys.
2
2 to 3. And that's a change. It would be 1 to 4.
Those two guys.
East one and east one.
You got Saloy, a bunch of spears, the Knight General, a bunch
So
of solid ox.
four spear, four solid ox, Seloy, and a light
For
horse.
4 fight. Probably 4 plus fight. Pokey was 4 plus fight, right? What was it half?
I don't
I
remember.
think it was 4 plus.
I think it was 4. You don't want to do something that's so restricted that people have like, only 4
I'm
armies to
pretty
choose
sure
from.
it's 4 plus.
You don't want civil wars.
They're broken up for less.
I hate you, man. I hate you.
There's few things worse than playing. Well, there is actually one thing worse than playing the exact same army. The worst thing than playing this than Phoenix Ring.
We should have had a civil
But that guy
war.
doesn't play anymore.
We should have civil wars.
No,
For revolution.
you can do it. But you got to use
Go the last, they had drove, that was their theme for the last one.
But then what theme would you use? If you're
Let's
going to
get
play a
some-
Chinese army or
on
play
it. Let's get some on
A
a team.
Roman
or
or,
an Indian or something?
Everybody bring 2 of the same army.
yes. Everybody has to bring 2 of the same.
2 of the same army or 2 of the same country?
2 of the same army. I guess
Now
the
we're playing
country-
big battle. One more, and we got the true big battle. Let's do it.
You guys used to do double big battle in Ohio.
That's all we played.
2 armies. No, 2 armies.
36 units.
No, but there was guys in Ohio that did a double, like 2 of the same army or an army and an ally.
That's why you did it. You had
didn't
you had to
do-
pick a army, and then you could either double it up or choose it or choose an ally.
That
That's
was
how
an
you did it.
Ohio thing.
Yeah, that's how we did all our tournaments. They were all big
Yeah.
battle tournaments.
That's cool.
Like that. That's why. I mean, we on the days like this we would do this, but all the tournaments.
See,
were
I'd be
big
okay with that because I'd always bring an ally.
You're
and
Littoral
2 armies.
force.
You know.
We wouldn't
battles.
be-
You got no littorals?
I think that's crazy.
You don't want to
talk.
land.
You think
Uh-oh.
that's crazy talk?
Crazy talk.
He's going to assault that camp back there, man.
Yeah, he's with the Saloy, I don't know about that.
Crazy machine.
We'll see.
Yeah.
All right, we ready?
It's a barbecue, but it's a
Okay.
trap.
All right, good luck, Randy.
It's a crab.
It's an outhouse, not a.
Oh, no.
Hey!
What do you call it? The red dice of death.
Dun, dun, dun.
If I was playing, I'd use that.
Whoops,
die.
sorry about that. Why am I using your sticks? Those are your sticks. You're playing this time. You need it. I'm over here. Move that guy 4 for me, Rick. Straight across the horsey.
Both of them?
Nope, just the horsey.
You're gonna leave the solar behind.
So it's going to cost me 2 to move there. Oh no, it would be 1 this turn.
Be one for sure.
And then you only go 3.
Yeah, no, leave him.
Then go for it.
He went for it.
Oh.
Steel, I can only go 3.
Yep.
There's my 1.
Okay, Pips. 4.
My general has grand ideas, but apparently he just can't pull off his his plans.
Mine.
They're being like, what was it? The old saying was in
What did I get for?
the Age of
Let's see that.
Sail.
I keep forgetting.
When the French issue an order,
Now, my
it's-
plan would be while
now they
he
have a debate.
struggles
What is
over
the
the
actual
river, I can
intention of the
concentrate
order
on
as
these two
opposed to
guys.
obeying
What's
the
that?
order?
While he struggles over the river, I can concentrate on these two.
You could.
You could, if you think it'll work.
Yeah, please pull your forces back there to mess with that one guy.
Nobody comes to our barbecue uninvited.
Nobody puts Saloy in the corner. Remember, that's the back edge, so wherever you put that, that's where the back edge.
And Randy, maybe I'll get spunky and just go hit your column in the rear to see if I can get a quick kill when I make a recoil and you can't recoil.
Spunky, rhymes with funky.
Sounds like a drink he's gonna get. He's gonna get a spunky, funky monkey. Mitch, don't bother measuring. Just pour it all in. Don't
Yeah.
So this guy, this is going to be able to go quick. You'll still lock him down.
Same stuff.
I'll measure back and front.
mix it. You mix it with some Kool-Aid. Is that what you're doing?
Coke man.
Coke.
Drinking Coke? Aren't you too white for Coke? Actually, I looked it up today. I found out there's actually something called white, and it's spelled H-U-W-I-T-E.
It's
You
on
it?
Deep Space
Yeah.
Nine.
Yeah.
It's on Deep
But that's
Space
not why I
Nine.
got it. I don't know why he decided to say it. It's just, he says roof. What else do you say? Crick.
Crick.
Crick. I say white.
That would
Get a crick in your neck?
Yep, exactly.
That's what they call. That's what they call it stuff up in the Midwest. It's the cricks. They're not rivers.
That's right.
Cricks.
They're cricks.
All right, we have one fight, 2-2.
All right.
All right, let's get this
They
game
can
started.
kill each other.
Go!
8-5.
Push him back. Push him back. Way
Assuming
back.
you want to go
Yeah.
30 and not 40.
Yeah. Or if you can backs against the river. Or back against the waterway.
My turn.
I like that laugh. That was like Loki. Floki. That was like a Floki laugh.
Okay, yeah.
I was like, go again?
Whoa.
That's good, man. We'll have to save that one.
Yes.
Now the general goes, oh, this is how the orders
There's
go.
one.
Well, he
We
was
gotta do that one
There's
first.
2, 3.
He's in this guy. Oh, can you go back?
Yeah?
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, right.
That's creative. Mm-hmm.
Nobody saw this coming.
And we will move everybody as a group.
Yeah.
So river is a bad
Oh! So they stop at the edge.
Chunkers.
Now, you ready for something crazy, Scott? That Saloy could probably try to move again. Because he can get partially in here.
Yeah. Good for them, man.
You can do that any turn, not just the
No,
first.
he's got to move
Well,
only
you
one
start.
base.
He starts in good going, and his second move will put him at least partially in rough going or bad going. So right now you're in good going, so you're eligible to move again if your move takes you at least partially
Yeah, one
How
base.
far
into
is-
bad
You can only
going.
go one base.
On the river, how far is it? You get
Because
to
it's
cross.
a bad-
One base.
One.
Yeah.
So I could end up right there.
Yes. Yep.
Nice. If you want to.
Might as well. I got
Just
nothing
stick
else to
to
use this point for. All right, that's
Okay.
my movement because I got nothing else.
And I'm
I
at one.
need to be back like that a little bit. Make sure I'm not. So I'm a 2 to your 1.
What a massacre.
3 to your 3.
Lock.
It's a lock.
All right, Pips. 3.
The general's now confused. What am I told him to do now?
Trouble can I call
It's a
it?
cat
3.
fight.
Okay,
Where's those Chinese?
How many are you pikes or spears over there?
Oh, they're all spears.
All spears?
Yeah.
Is your general a blade or is he a spear
It's
too?
a spear too.
Okay. Is that a bow?
That is a bow.
Okay.
And then the Saloy. Let's go through the horses. I forgot. Fast bow, 2 Saloy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spears, and a cab. And the
Okay.
general is the sword.
And a light horse.
And a light horse. So we're trying to get out of something.
Who's busy right now?
Four?
You know what they're
Three?
saying?
Daddy!
Scott, what did
Daddy,
you-
how come?
Scott, what do you use
Why
for
you
the grid
attacking me,
on your
Daddy?
bases?
My grit?
Yeah, sand and Elmer's.
No, that is the Liquitex fiber
Like
gesso
the stuff
stuff.
I used to use.
Yeah, it's the Liquitex.
Stucco?
No. Fiberglass. It's the gunk with the fiberglass in it.
Okay.
I just use a toothpick to splack it on there, and
That's,
then
and
it dries
that's
solid.
what's called a stucco, is what they.
Help me
And
with
then it
a,
dries solid, and then you
Now,
just then I just
I know Vallejo had one
help
which
me with a
was,
stupid question.
which
Sure.
was the stuff with
Have
your
I
little-
rolled yet for pips?
yeah, you roll
Yeah,
three.
you roll three.
Oh,
We'll have to review it, rewind.
Lord.
Spaceballs.
That's not funny.
Spaceballs.
No, I don't
Spaceballs
like
is
Spaceballs.
best
I tried
one.
Now,
watching. I tried watching Spaceballs.
I paint it brown, then I dry brush it with a lighter brown, and then I use water Elmer glue base to dab on there, and then I dip it into the flocking to get the green on there. So that's how I do the bases.
Remember when you do that, if you're going to move this, make sure
Yeah.
you move that
No.
corner.
Actually, I was thinking
That's
of
the
moving-
limiting one.
I was thinking of moving that angle to get that corner as far forward as we could.
Oh well,
Yeah.
that's different.
Just move them. I got 3 guys like
So you mean your front edge would be like this?
Yeah, that way I would catch him. Because I don't know if I catch him if I do.
You're gonna have to take that to move a little
If
bit
you
forward.
recoil, you won't have a recoil.
Yeah, see, I don't know if I go straight. I don't think I do it. If I
You got
go
40
in-
by 30?
If I go at an angle, I probably do.
There you
Yeah,
go.
just use this.
There you go. You got it?
Yeah. That's as far forward as that edge is gonna be able to go. You may not be able to walk them down at all.
No, it's,
That's it.
Plus then you won't have a recoil on your light horse if you recoil a couple times.
Now, I still won't be able to close the door if you do that, because I would end up hitting your Zoc
Right.
before I close the door.
That guy looks like he probably can't
Yeah.
go in
it's a good one. If I can get this stick to touch him, we can do it. If I get the stick to touch him.
You can find it cool rough, right?
Well, you just got to touch me from that front corner
Yeah.
with the
that
Zoc going
corner's
that
gonna
way.
get there for sure.
Yeah, it would lock me down.
What I want to do though is not try to block the way here. Well, I would not block there.
Go ahead and head on out.
Or more.
Later, Joe.
All right, you
You
guys
did
have
your
a
2
good
games?
All right, Joe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he beat us both.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Remember, I
There you
ambushed.
go.
I ambushed his Savoy and the Cav and the.
Nah, we'll get out of here then.
Have a safe trip, buddy.
Yep.
All right,
There you
man.
go.
Good seeing you.
Well, I'll text you. I'll message you later who that person is.
Oh shit, you gotta tell me now.
Yeah. Let's see. what
Tony's
we
like a
got.
little girl.
Who is Amphibious?
Lock him down. Only 3 though.
Never see her again. Oh man, this would be a good time to
The
talk
night
about
wears
Tony
on.
and
Let's
see if he
move it like
listens.
Yeah.
And he's a 4. And there. I want to get him over here. That's my 3rd move. What corner can get?
So we got their base right? Actually, no, you want this guy
put a
right
fif-
here.
Yeah, put a 15 in there.
So, your
Put that guy in there.
so the
Now
front.
he's
so
got to turn around.
right there, the front of your corner can be right there.
Yeah.
So you'd have to back up just a little bit for that front corner. Yep, right there. You can do that. Because they make you flip.
3. Your turn.
2 to 1 again?
Yeah. Oh no!
Nope, you're good. Just recoil.
Situation I was not hoping for.
4.
Give me 2 guys to choke, and I'm having a hard time closing the deal.
That's 1. And I'll move forward to the other there. And then I got 3 more. So we'll go. Not bother.
That's 2.
Maybe. Let's see. I gotta figure this out real quick. I'm not gonna do that. He's gonna stay back there. We're gonna push her left one more time to
Yeah.
move
This
him
one
up
you
there.
kill him.
Like that. So that guy cost 2, and this was 1 for 3. He's at farther out, so he's in like outside of the 4,
Yeah,
so I can't move him for 1. So
It's usually rough terrain.
I'm just gonna.
Bad going.
Yep. I'm just gonna eat my 1 movement point.
Okay. 2 to 1 again?
Hang on 1 second. This guy is actually going to move back to there for my 1 point. Yes, do that.
I've got a 2. I'm flanked, so I'm a 1.
2 to 1.
And we have a 2. Oh no!
So it's a kill outright with even out the recoil.
Oh, yeah.
I doubled him up.
Lost my white horse.
Oh,
He couldn't recoil anywhere, so.
Yeah.
All right.
Just had to beat him, but he actually doubled that.
Six,
time.
4. What can we do with 4?
so even if they die, at least they took somebody with them.
Yep.
That's 3. 1. 4. All right. Now let's think about this one here. You're down to on your slice 2
I did
minus
1.
1, and I'm a 4.
Down to a 3 because I overlapped with my horse.
3 to 1.
6 to 5 recoil. Got lucky on that one. And there it's a 3 to 2, right?
Yeah, 3 to
3
2.
to 2.
Straight up 3 to 2.
5 to 7. Push it back.
Ooh.
Wow.
So,
It's a
Line
tough
up.
landing course.
A lot of nothing there. I haven't killed anybody this night yet.
The red dice is alive.
I'm sticking with that red dice until the bitter end.
Oh shit, you'll never believe who it is. And if you call my 900 number for a flat fee of $1.35 a minute, I'll sweet talk you and tell you who it is.
But it'll take
It was nobody I knew.
minimum charge of 15 minutes.
It was nobody I knew.
Oh,
Lost my light horse.
I can't leave for one secret? Oh my gosh. you roll a
Keep one
1?
dying.
He,
Go read one.
he doubled me, it was low. I don't know what the
Oh,
number
okay.
is. It's 2 maybe, it was something low enough to get to a double.
I'm surprised you don't have a strip on here that has this. Or is this double as 1?
Good. Ah,
No. No.
I know who I am. You know who you are?
I've been that same bastard my whole life.
No matter where you go,
Here I
there
am.
you are.
Here I am, up my own butt.
Here's my 6.
Okay.
And you do have a shot.
I'll take this one.
Make sure.
It's a 2 to 3 shot. You could kill him.
Yeah.
6-1 to kill him.
Yeah, you can shoot either of those two.
Yeah, let me guess.
It's got-
Which one you got?
Scott-
That guy?
That
Okay.
that die definitely has a 1 on it.
Ooh.
I've only rolled one so far this game.
Because you had plenty of them in
Well,
the last game.
that's the end of that. He's got
All right,
5 up in a row now.
I said so far.
Oh, running your mouth, eh?
I said so far.
2 on pips. See what it is. It's gonna go fast.
The dice says,
Okay.
oh yeah?
So you're
Yeah,
4 to
so
my 4 to my 1.
I'm a 3 and you're on 1.
No, you're 4.
Yeah, but I'm. Oh, you got me.
I've moved back. So you're. I didn't. Oh no, you're still a 3.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Yeah.
I apologize.
And then you're on 1.
Yep. Oh. Well, I didn't kill you. Can't kill
Jesus,
you.
it was close.
The longer I sit there, the longer you keep wasting pips on it.
I like
All
the
right.
float you left better.
Don't make you tired sooner or later.
All right. Oh, you got a shot. We forgot to do your shot. Same guy.
Same guy. Yeah.
You'll wear yourself out killing me.
Bullet points.
Floki has this laugh of like a child molester that's ticklish.
Oh man.
One. You should not do that for 1. Just send them all up for 1. And then 2.
Turn on pips. 3. Well, that's 1 better than last time.
Those are all tunes.
Go for him while the.
You mean raccoons?
Still
Raccoons.
exists. 1,
They're
2.
cute. Those are trouble.
You see that?
Yeah. Yeah. You like that coffee shop thing? I knew you and Luke would be the ones that would appreciate it.
I got a 3 to 2. On that same guy.
I got 3, 5
Oh.
to 8. Pushing back.
Didn't it?
One within killing him.
9. What's that? 9.
If you'd rolled a 1, you would have been dead.
I had a
Oh,
5.
3. Yeah.
I had a 5. You're at 8.
Thank you. All right, I got 1 again. 3 to 1. Let's try this again.
There he goes.
Got it. My first kill of the night.
And does that guy go? No, he's spared. They
Oh.
don't.
Pace yourself. Pace yourself.
You good?
Yeah. Here's that.
All right.
Ooh,
6.
6. What was that?
Joe won both games?
Yeah, sure did. Yeah. Well, so he
I would
wisely,
have stomped him.
he wisely decided to leave. Huh?
Well, that's the extreme. If we play, we're here till 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
If not, everybody gets some sleep and none of us dies from a horrible car accident by a pack of deer.
There's a lot of deer. I'll tell you. I'm
Yeah,
not,
there's
I'm
way
not
too many.
surprised.
Especially this year, there's way too many.
Come up here, there's a dead hog on the side of the road.
And I'm just surprised how a graceful an animal a deer is that it can hop over fences. And they're just morons when it comes to a motor vehicle.
Yeah.
You
They
know?
run beside you and they're like, I think I can cut across.
Somebody was telling me the other day that they got hit by a deer and stuck his horns in the side door of their vehicle.
Yeah.
So like the
Wow.
deer rammed the car.
They sue the deer.
They're so graceful but just stupid. Unlike cows that just don't care. Man, that's all the extra stands you got?
2 bags of
Holy
them.
I
moly.
did
$5 a
that
bag.
That's actually a good deal. If,
I bought them so I could
This
do
guy
some
will
of
be the
those.
one that actually
Yeah.
goes in there.
Alright.
so he's creating more
And
work.
that guy will back up. So like that.
We're gonna buy more of those.
Measurements? Oh, some of those.
Alright, so we
Some of the,
had
like the
1,
ones
2,
that I
3,
mean, we sell
4.
up there.
Uh-huh.
This guy will go up there.
I mean, if
for
we get to go,
5, 6. Wait, is that what I'm gonna do?
I'm already
He's the
expecting.
one to move.
I'm already expecting it
Not
to
a
be
two. He's the
an
one
issue.
You want to move it.
I don't think they want to lose people, so I don't think they will.
I don't think they
They'll
use
hurt 'em.
common sense, so everything, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. They're thinking logically, and there's no logic involved.
Is there a break-off where, if they do that, you cancel and get your money back?
Well, we don't have any money.
Oh, okay, see?
Next me.
Alright, one fight,
Yes, one fight. My 3-year 2.
3-2.
7 to 7. I push you back.
We go through too much trouble to put up with that bullshit.
What about the hotel doesn't charge you anything?
I mean,
You'd actually use this one or this
Yeah,
one.
I'm just gonna mark his
Oh,
corner.
gotcha,
Or,
gotcha.
so you have to make that decision.
yeah, I mean, if they change it a week out,
Alright, pips.
There it is.
we're going up there
Oh,
with a
no.
militia. We're gonna show up with a militia.
Holy moly.
I got something for you, boy.
Well,
I'm not a member of a militia yet. Show up with a militia, changing shit.
But I
So,
just started.
actually, I know somebody who went on a cruise.
see
They
if
went on a
my odds any
European.
better one way or the other. He's a 4.
What's that?
Spear,
I got-
your
I
spear
got-
can't. Your spear can't kill me. Your cav can.
Yeah.
Would
You have to
roll
close
one?
the door.
Yeah.
You have to close the door. Or he has to run out of room and he can't.
The spear can't kill him.
You gotta throw the cat in.
Yeah.
Well,
But he can run out of room
he
with.
can run out of room and then he can't recoil
Yeah.
anymore and he dies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a 2-turn job though.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And that
Trying
could-
to
And
get-
look at it this way: when it's time, when this guy's dead, and you need to get guys back in line,
Yeah.
these guys are harder to get up there, and they're closer if you
Yeah.
just leave them there.
Yeah. On the other
But
hand,
now look at this: if he rolls a 6 and you roll a 1, you're
Yeah.
dead,
very well happen.
right? Yeah.
then you got a problem.
It seems really unlikely, but
But there's a 1 in 6 chance that it could.
actually, it's a 1 in 36
Yeah,
chance.
1
But
in
it seems
30.
like it's a 1 in 6 chance. That's what you do.
That's my one move. Okay.
Bow shot.
I get a shot at him.
Yep.
You got to if you're if,
Same
he,
guy.
if he's in your threat zone.
I'm good.
Okay.
And then down there, you're 3 to my 2.
3-2. Come on.
I got a 4. You're 6, 7. Push me back.
You go all the way up against the edge.
All right.
And if he rolls a 1, he can't move him because it's going to cost 2 pips to move.
No.
No, he's a light horse.
He's like
Oh,
I got 2 base weight.
Never mind. So he's gonna spend at least 1 to move him a smidge up.
Yeah. You can't find play with
Unless you don't like those guys.
Yeah, for sure.
So we know somebody that went on a cruise. They were going on a cruise out of Spain.
Yeah.
This happened 3 months ago. And they were going with a group of like 6 people or whatever. And everybody had to get shots and everybody had to have boosters and all that. And in the middle of the flight, they changed the rules that the booster had to be a certain amount of days old. And her booster was only 7 days old. And they didn't let the whole group go on. I would have burned down Spain. I'm just saying, you know. So,
Speaking of revolutions,
yeah, I have no interest in traveling if they're going to put changing
4.
things at the last minute. You know,
Yeah.
I'm just
I'm
I'm
not
not going to
spending
put up
any
with
big
it.
money right now
No,
until
until
they calm down.
until
Calm
people calm
down.
down, or all those people that are making the rules
All right.
all mysteriously disappear. Whatever that means.
It could happen.
All right, let's start down here in the corner.
Okay, 3-2.
Yep.
7. Push me back. Now go here on your bow. My 3 to your 2.
3-2.
5,
Ooh,
6.
beat the guy
Push me
back.
back.
You beat him off.
Oh,
And my 3 to your 2. 4 to
Whoa!
8. I'm dead.
Killed his ass.
Whoa. Never seen that happen
Mm.
before.
Your turn.
Never underestimate Siloy.
I know, they love them.
So
All
what
right,
do I do?
pips. Oh, let's see.
Because
we can
people don't respect
really
them.
Do something here. I'm trying to do something. Can I get him in there? I probably can. This guy into there? I probably can.
He's on
You
a
could
room
push him
now.
forward and then
the flag
He's,
one's
he's
like-
out
I
of the
wanna
room
get-
now.
I want to get the cab out of there.
well, so you move him up and then you move him to the
Yeah,
total level.
I want to get the cab out of there.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I'm just rolling my flank here. I can't tie down.
Okay.
I can't tie down.
Well, you get a
Oh,
free.
you gotta go straight back.
You gotta go
gotta
straight back.
What's
You
Yeah,
gotta
you
go-
can't
gotta-
turn around. You gotta just back
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. Yeah,
You-
yeah.
you're-
You can
you're
go
right.
the whole
No,
distance.
no,
You
no,
just
no.
can't turn around.
Yeah. No. Right. Yep. Yep. And that's 1, 2.
Yep. He comes over and
You don't have to.
Nope.
You don't have to. He's out of the room. You can't recoil.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh, and then let's do this.
And that's
thing.
where he is. Right. You could do that.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Wow.
1,
You
2,
hate
3.
that guy, don't you?
3.
No, he just doesn't have
You're
confidence
an
in
evil man for
barrels.
giving him a land
And he could still lose that.
to the 4.
He could still lose it.
Yeah, but it's not like he's gonna go anywhere.
3.
It's not like he's gonna die.
Why you gotta be so optimistic?
3.
You know there's situations like this that happened, and this unit has never died.
Yeah, they
It's
won't
happened.
die.
It's
But it
not
won't
likely.
die. Even if he
It's-
rolls a 6 and he rolls a 1, he won't die.
What an interesting game.
All right, here's where I'm going to throw caution to the winds. I'm going to him in front and box him in with that guy.
Even on a tie, the spear would.
You gonna go in? That's a knight. Oh.
Is the Sloy, is that Auxilia off or lined up perfectly behind the other guy?
Oh yeah, you can't do close the door because of my auxiliary block. Stop yours.
Yeah.
You'd have to enter his Zot first, I believe. Double check.
Yeah, check it.
Yep, because as soon as you do that, you're in my Zot. You have to move to me.
Man, even I don't like Sword that much.
He was, it's like, let's kill them all.
Well, we still got to do something similar.
The die's back, the die's back. Hey, just because you got a Vegas die doesn't
1,
mean
2, 3.
I gotta use it, White. Use it, use it, use it.
Yeah,
4.
they'll put a damper on that for the time being.
Watch you.
Those solid auxilia, whose troops are those?
They're Luke's.
Oh, really? I never seen them before.
Secret stash.
They're awfully shiny bases.
4.
You do something about that.
Yeah, that's why I got those bases though.
Well, we've been.
When I get to it. When I get to it.
That'll give you something to do tomorrow. Stop watching zombie stuff.
4.
Scott, you ever see Black Summer?
Haven't watched that right now.
We got. Don't worry, you don't need to see it. It's dumb. Let's see. It's dumb. Alright, so can you get there?
All right, so as long as that other front corner
Yeah.
makes it to where your other
Right,
front
that's
corner
one,
is
and I gotta make this one come up.
Yeah, you might have to scooch them back a little bit.
right.
at, yeah, that far corner can't go past. No, wrong way. This
Yeah.
corner can't be farther than that
this
red
is-
spot.
I know that, and I know what happened. I lost that.
Yep, you'd have to be like right in there.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. One
Shoot
fight.
No, you already got a shot.
Got a shot.
My bow survives. That's fine. Let's see.
Nope. He's fine there.
No, so
One
here.
fight.
All right,
I'm
let's
a
see.
1.
I'm a
All right, no
4.
one.
No, 4.
Oh, 4. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Oh. High score. No.
3-1.
Yeah, 3-1. We're winning, Pete. We're winning.
Have you won here?
No. Oh, you mean tonight? Or?
No. I mean just being
Well, I
Mitch's
did win
place.
one. Yeah. Actually, I beat. I think it was I beat you in the very last game of last.
Me?
Year. Yeah. You remember? But
No.
in fairness, you
But I
guys were
believe
both
it.
kind of saying if you do this, you do that.
It's okay.
Maybe it was Mitch I beat. Yeah.
Well, you won a good battle.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
No.
sometimes you gotta help
There was
somebody.
and there was some learning stuff too, so I'm happy with it. That I'm pretty sure that's the
Well, I'm glad I was able to break the curse.
one way or the other, huh?
Yep. I've lost most of my games here. It's true. It's true.
I had a friend that went to Las Vegas, came back, he said, you know, I won $10,000 in Las Vegas. He said, I lost $11,000. Yeah, I mean, how many win?
You know the secret about Vegas is
3-1.
3-1.
make sure you know me because everybody I know seems to win at
Gotcha.
Vegas.
You tried
Bullshit.
You tried to fight.
Good turn.
All right, pips. Oh, boy.
Vegas is back.
That was what I was hoping for.
Randy Vegas,
That hurts.
Texas Jim, and Randy Vegas.
We got people from all over the
That's
world.
right. We got Michigan Scott.
He's
I hope
back-
Scott
he's
comes back this year.
backwards, so I gotta.
Other Scott.
Yeah.
Other Scott.
In that corner.
Yep.
This is left corner.
Not Ohio, Michigan.
Just
I
make
think he's
sure
from
I'm not
Michigan,
going
isn't he?
over anywhere.
That sounds right.
I think so, yeah. Because he knew Dave, right?
One.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
One.
That river's just been a bitch.
You're only like different feet, but for
Well,
sandals,
if we roll low, I mean, it takes a while to get across that thing, you know?
So do that.
Just when we got a battle going on over here. Two.
Yeah, you're 2 to my 3.
3-2.
7 to 5.
That's the slow that killed the other guy, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
It is.
That's right.
Yeah.
They just look naked, but they must be tossing something around.
6. Okay. He's too far away for a mad charge.
What do you think of that army, Scott?
I like it.
You like him?
I've been doing everything I want to do with it. Just, you know,
the dice doesn't cooperate.
I mean, it is what it is. Down there, I threw that down there because if I rolled a lot of pips, I was going to run my light horse all over to the camp, sit it right beside it, and see like it could sit there, but it didn't. So then I got stuck, and then unfortunately, I didn't roll enough to.
Well,
keep
you got to
moving
place
forward.
this before you know what the river is.
Yeah.
If that would have been an easier river to cross, it'd be
So
different.
I can move 80
You know,
millimeters.
He'd be up here, and he'd have to decide whether he wants to divert course to go over that way.
50, we got 30 left to go.
I mean, losing my agility to the CeeLo was not something.
Yeah,
I was hoping to have,
that's-
but
that
it's one of
happens-
those things
that
you
happens
can't
to
3-2
everybody.
split. You know, it's
That
not-
happens to everybody.
It's my best odds are there, and it's either going to work or it's
Yep,
not.
no, it's right. It's
You
a
know what I
game of
mean?
dice
It's a
roll.
way to
Yeah.
try to control the flow of the game.
One.
And you did for a little bit, you know. He came over. You had 2 units here, and you brought 3.
You brought 4. No,
4?
3.
There you
Yeah,
go.
3.
Well,
Yeah.
ultimately, it got to be 4. It was 2
Oh yeah, it
from the
was 4
start.
because I killed a guy.
Yeah.
Aha!
Losing that guy hurt and then not getting it. Because I could have had a closed door in that other CeeLo to begin with.
Yeah, because 2 of your losses were one was just a freak kill, and the other one was getting shot by the bow, right?
No, Bo didn't kill anybody.
No?
There was the 2 down there, and then I
Yeah,
lost
there was a
I
guy.
lost a
Oh,
straight.
okay.
I just got straight doubled.
Oh, okay.
But the problem was I was set up to close the door on him next
You
turn.
got Saloy with AKs.
They got notches in their slings.
Big move forward.
He already moved this turn.
This guy?
Yeah, because
No.
he was sitting back over there, wasn't
No,
no.
No, he was.
he? Okay, go ahead then.
Yeah.
I think all the games have been good games, though. They haven't
Yeah.
been, you know, like stompings.
All right, now I lost track.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Yep.
There you go.
I'd like that army you have, Scott. I think it's cool.
That's 1.5.
I just like, I'm going to play Greeks.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me find. I thought there was a Littoral Greek. I saw, yep, that's what I'm playing. So.
Oh, tons of look.
It turned out when it was the 4 and 4 with the 2 slim. Like, that's pretty damn good actually.
Yeah.
I got 6 bad going troops, the light horse for some speed, a knight, and the 4 spear. That's not a bad split.
Nope.
Granted, I would prefer they were light because I get 3 moves instead of 2. But I'll take what I get.
You prefer the what?
Light
Or
troops.
the lights, the
Fast off.
fast
Yeah.
ox instead of
Oh
silent.
yeah.
That's historical of the third or four.
I gotta look that up and see if DBMM they don't get an extra. They're not made extra slow in this. Whatever that means, maybe for future games.
Mama said. Oh, not that slow.
Well, for historical battles, for one thing.
It's
I bet they are faster than Spear in DBMM. I bet money. I put money on it.
That's 6. Your turn, sir. Hold that, no fights. Oh.
Oh yes, overlapping him just a slight, just a wee tad bit.
It's 3 to 1 there.
Slow could still win though.
Oh, yeah.
Four. I'll just eat the last one.
One fight, 3 to 1?
Yep. Gotcha.
3 to 3 now.
All right, picks. Holy moly.
Wow.
I'm doing a lot with that. Can't get that guy.
As Inspector Clouseau would say, "Not now, you idiot!"
There it is. Your turn. And here's where that solid ox hurts you. So you can't maneuver very good.
Might be able to maneuver just enough though.
Is it? Are you sure you got 2 there? When I looked at it, I didn't think so.
Yeah, that's why I just placed that there and measured it.
When I looked at it, I didn't think it was. All right, no, go ahead, yeah.
I'm gonna use roll 6, Randy.
Yeah, rules, plan. Very good.
Oh wait, those are the guys. Those aren't the guys that are badasses.
No, he's dead.
No,
The slingers, he got killed.
he one swing too much.
Take one down with him.
You've run out of rocks.
Sling, slang, slung.
No more rocks.
Sit right there. And that's all I got.
3 to 1?
3 to 1, yep.
All right, so
Gotcha.
you're
Pop goes the weasel.
boing.
There you go. 3 to 4.
Yeah, that's 3 kills.
Scott came back. It looked like it was looking pretty rough.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And that's with a good portion of your forces behind the river.
Yeah, these guys were never coming
Yeah,
across
I
there.
know. You know,
That was the decoy,
Yeah.
and this was the play. This was either gonna win me the game or lose me the game.
So the light troops are the ones that decided it over there.
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
Yeah, the Ox did.
because these guys were. I wasn't going to walk across this river into that. I was just going to sit there, and it was. I had more light troops than he did, so I could use this whole thing to. If I could get rid of that stuff, I could use this to run around in and do funky stuff. So that was my plan. That was just a straight screw around. Like if you let them go, I was going to run my light horse towards the camp. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, there you have it.
Yep.
Okay, so there's the absurdity, the amphibious absurdity.
We had, I think we did have 3 or more. I think we had 4 amphibious assaults.
3, I think.
I had I've had two. I had two.
And
Joe had at least one.
Joe.
And he did one against me.
Did he? So Joe did do 2?
I think he did. I think he did one
You
against
didn't
me.
do any, or you did 1?
I didn't do any.
So it's 4.
I think that's crazy.
Okay.
Although if it was required, I would have taken a different army with like Gavin.
It's not required.
You don't have to get your feet
It's
wet.
not required.
You don't have to get your feet wet.
Yeah.
It's okay to be a non-swimming Athenian. Just don't tell the oligarch.
You can curl your toes in the sand. It's
Don't tell the
okay.
oligarch, or they'll take a liking to you. You know what I mean? All right.
Well, that was a good game though.
Yeah, a little quicker than our last one
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
All right, folks. Until next time.
Enjoy.
See ya.
River Dancer says bye.